Is Joe Biden just another compromised paedophile selected by the globalist elite to serve as a puppet president? Or is there something even darker and more dangerous going on? Biden's debate performance last week was the stuff of nightmares for liberals, with prominent Democrats joined by leftist media outlets calling for Biden to exit the presidential race. Now, members of Biden's own family are admitting that the real Joe Biden is not the man making decisions at the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. A series of damning videos featuring Biden glitching have raised serious questions about his health and whether he's being represented in public by actors and in videos by AI. At this point, we have to ask, is there anything real about Joseph R. Biden? Or is the Biden presidency the biggest con job in history? Democrats have been accused of using a Joe Biden body double after a barely recognizable re-energized Biden appeared on the campaign trail the day after his disastrous debate performance. Speaking in a clear, booming voice over a crowd of supporters, Biden sounded nothing like the man who stammered and whispered his way through a disastrous debate performance the night before. The re-energized Biden, who appeared to have a different eye colour, addressed the stumble-filled debate performance which has alarmed Democrat voters, triggering mass panic in his party, and leading to the New York Times to call for him to stand down for the good of the country.
We want to provide clean drinking, quality education for every child.
Is that Joe? He's okay now? From that cold?
And protect. And unlike the other guy, we're going to stand up.
That doesn't look like Joe. That's not the energy that was in the room last night during the debate. What was that?
Protect and defend our democracy. It is more than anything else. That is freedom.
I thought he had blue eyes.
What you did last night, but I spent 90 minutes on a stage and debating a guy who has the morals of an alley cat.
And what was that in his mouth that was hanging out?
Many people believe the globalist elite selected Joe Biden so they could have a compromised puppet in the White House, whose strings could be controlled by hidden hands. We are now witnessing evidence of the charade, and we're compiling evidence of their deceptions. One of the actors pretending to be Joe Biden was caught walking to his car in a back parking lot without Secret Service, looking far more sprightly than the man who had been helped off the debate stage by his wife.
Joe Biden! Robin Act! Is that you? No, that's not Joe Biden! Hey, Joe! Are you the body double? It's the body double! Hey, Joe!
Oh, the cops don't even want you.
This is the one that you see on CNN, but where's the real Joe?
The White House has Joes in different postcodes. For those who've been paying attention, there's been evidence that they've been doing this stuff since the early days of Biden's term in office. Watch these two videos released by the White House on the same day last year, and pay close attention to Biden's physical appearance and his voice.
Folks, as we fight inflation, you can't be pro-insurrection and pro-cop. Bringing down gas prices is a big part of the job. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American. And here's the good news. Gas prices have dropped every day this summer. That's more than 40 days in a row. Donald Trump lacked the courage to act. We now have 40,000 gas stations in the United States where the price of gas is $3.99 or less. The brave women and men in blue all across this nation should never forget that. How do we get the price down?
Will the real Joe Biden please stand up? Just as the frail and rasping Biden who debated Trump is clearly not the re-energized Biden from the campaign events, it's clear that these two Bidens are not the same man. Remember the video that supposedly took place on the White House lawn and featured what can only be described as a fake microphone? Or was the microphone real and Biden fake? It's a lot easier to control actors and deepfake AI puppets than real leaders elected by we the people. With an AI deepfake, they don't even have to use the same actor all the time. And the actor doesn't even have to resemble the person they're supposed to be. They just switch out the actor and add a deep fake on top in post-production. The Democrat deceptions don't end there. Wait till you hear what a former CIA chief of disguise has admitted about what they're doing while she was at the agency. And a Biden granddaughter has a bombshell admission about how the elite are using her grandfather in a Weekend at Bernie's-style hoax. The globalists are trying to make us all poorer and destroy what's left of the economy. The Biden regime is following all of the WF diktats to the letter. The global elite and deep state are so determined to win this election, they've been prepared to go to any lengths to keep the moribund corpse of Joe Biden in office. Former CIA Chief of Disguise Jonah Mendez admits that while she was at the agency, they developed masks that can be used by actors to play the roles of important people in real life. Mendez also hinted that the CIA has even more advanced technology in this area.
The mask is the culmination of a lot of work that we did at CIA over a period of, I'd say 10 years, developing that technology. It was a big challenge to come up with something that finally actually animated and worked to really fool a person closer than 3-4 feet from you. But we did.
They learned the art.
We actually brought Hollywood back into our labs at one point to look at what we had done, and they were stunned. They're absolutely stunned.
Congratulations.
The fact that we're allowed to show it tells me the CIA have moved on. I don't know what they're doing. I shouldn't know. I'm dying to know, but I don't know.
Relax. You'll get to see it all later on.
So I'm proud to show people how good we got to that point and let them imagine. So what are they doing now?
In April, the skin on Biden's neck gave the game away. Many people on social media, including Mendez, claim that the man pretending to be the President of the United States was clearly wearing a mask.
North Carolina. And he was a very conservative guy who was very, very...
Oh my gosh, that's a mask.
African-American.
Holy cow.
He always had fights.
If you're wondering what that looks like from the front, consider Exhibit B.
You can't tell me this is normal. Look at his forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it. Bullshit.
Joe Biden is less a president and more a travelling theatre production, requiring multiple actors and teams of makeup artists and deep state masters of disguise to maintain the deception and pull the wool over the eyes of the voting public. It all sounds like the perfect scenario for former President Obama, who admitted that he would love to serve a third term by having a puppet in the White House.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with that.
Unfortunately for the global elite, average Americans are now waking up and realizing that Biden is a fraud and a fake. Even his own family are keen to throw him under the bus. His daughter Ashley recently accused him of sexually molesting her as a child. The media called this out as fake news and Russian disinformation, until Ashley testified to a judge that her diary was real. Biden's son Hunter calls him Pedo Peter behind his back. And now his granddaughter, one of the lucky ones he chooses to acknowledge, says he died in 2019 and has been played by actors ever since.
My grandfather, Joe Biden, does have a twin. And that twin is currently pretending to be Joe Biden in the White House. So, unfortunately, my grandfather, Joe Biden, passed away about 4 years ago. But, you know, he had built up this really long political career, and my family still wanted to have a bit of power in the U.S. government, so we just replaced Joe with his twin brother, Bo.
These are critical times, and here at The People's Voice, we're determined to expose the elite and hold them to account before it's too late. Join us in our mission to wake up the masses by subscribing to the channel and joining the People's Voice Locals community to join our amazing team. I hope to see you there. Today's sponsor is LiverMedic. If you think the supplements you are getting from big box retailers are doing you any good, think again. Did you know that most of the retailers in America are owned and controlled by the same handful of companies that control everything? But we have a choice. LiverMedic's leaky gut repair is aimed at the millions of people suffering from all forms of digestive discomfort. Their safe and efficacious natural product is physician grade, with no toxic fillers. It coats while repairing the digestive lining. Best of all, unlike Big Pharma's offerings, it actually works. Join me and millions of other Americans who are voting with our dollars by supporting an American company that truly cares about our health. Save up to 15% on a 3-month supply by using our code People's Voice by visiting livermedic.com/step/leaky gut special, or by clicking on the link below this video. Take back control of your health, protect your family from the global elite, and hit them where it really hurts. Visit livermedic.com/step/leaky gut special, or click the link below this video to find out more.